I've been wanting to and meaning to start a YouTube video for a really long time, and recently I keep stumbling across those videos where content creators are just saying that they're so thankful that they actually took the plunge, started making the videos, and it took them, maybe 20 or 30 videos before they got over the cringe factor or actually started getting good at YouTube. So I have to upload my first video. The point of this video is just to say why I wanted to start a channel. I want to start a personal finance channel just because a year ago, my long-term boyfriend proposed to me, and at the same time I was going to school, paying out-of-state tuition. I was working at a hospital, but I honestly didn't really know how much I made. I had a lot of credit card debt. Maybe not compared to somebody else, but I had a lot of credit cards, low balances, but just I could not pay them. So it doesn't matter how much credit card debt you have. If you can't pay it, it's not good. I had a personal loan as well, a car loan, student loans that were in forbearance. I was so overwhelmed and in over my head, and it didn't really bother me until I realized I was going to share my finances with a partner and bring all of that debt into the relationship. So I absolutely freaked out, sought the help of a financial advisor, and got my financial shit together. And that was really just July 2022. Since then, we've made a 180, and I say we because my partner's now on board, and we share a lot about finances together. And I wanted to create a personal finance space on YouTube because I can't come home and talk to him about it all the time. He is going to be so sick of me ranting and talking his ear off about the hows and the whys and the what I learned today in the personal finance space, and look at this opportunity and look at our spreadsheet. I already do it now, and he's thankfully really nice and will entertain the conversation with me, but I need another outlet. And I think the main thing is I'm turning 29 this year. And while I don't think it's too late, I think a lot of people don't have the financial education that I've had in the past year. I think that there's a lot of people that could learn from my mistakes and stories, because there's a lot of them leading up to where I am now. So I'd like to help other people not make the mistakes that I did, or laugh at the mistakes that I did and learn with me, as we ideally get to a plane of financial independence, which we're far from, but we're making leaps and bounds currently to get there. So that's why I'm starting a channel. Hold myself accountable. It'll be nice. I'll do something regularly for once. So I'll come back, I guess, every week, and I'll talk about where we're at financially. We go over our net worth every month. So I'll do videos on where our net worth is. I'll try to keep it really personal. It's going to be tough because since we share our finances, and I'd like to keep my partner kind of out of this because I don't think he wants to have his personal business aired. I'll try to do it in a way where it's just numbers and we can kind of stay anonymous, to help other people. And I'll share stories of how I went wrong in my 20s and before. Though obviously I don't regret anything. Well, maybe not obviously, but I don't regret anything. Of the mistakes that I made before, the travels and the adventures that I had, because it really has made me who I am. I could have done it differently and been in a different situation now. So we'll talk about that, talk about where we're heading, goals that we have, and how we use money to fulfill our values. All of the things. So thanks for watching, if you're watching. Okay, I almost forgot to say the main reason of why I want to create this. Okay, when we got into our financial awakening, me in July, I'd say him in August, September, I started listening to so many podcasts. It really started with Dave Ramsey, the Snowball Method, which helped a lot. And then I found Choose FI, which is a financial independence podcast where they interview guests who have either already made it to financial independence or are well on their way, it revolutionized the way I think and thought then too, like given me so many concepts to build off of, giving me a lot of motivation, hearing other people that went from in debt to, really successful financially. And I would listen to it all the time. On my way to work, I was working like 70 hours a week. And so it really, really kept me motivated to listen to, people that were creating content in the financial wellness space. I found a YouTuber, her name's Layla. And I think it's like Layla Personal Finance. If I can link it, I will. But, and she creates personal finance content, about her own journey and where she's at. And it's very cut and dry, very bland. It's just basically the numbers. But she's only a few years older than me. Also came from my same sort of industry and background, education-wise. And so it was somebody that I could actually relate to. However, when I started watching her content, I guess she was finishing her paying off her debts. Her student loans were in forbearance. And so she was saving up in a high yield savings account for paying that off as soon as student loans started gaining interest again. And so I caught her like right at the end of her paying off debt. And I think she's doing phenomenal. But for whatever reason, there's so many people in the financial wellness or financial independence content creator space that are already there. They have, homes in Europe and homes in America, and they travel abroad with their kids, and they're awesome and they're inspiring, but they're not really relatable for me. So instead of, no offense, like a 50-year-old white man CPA, like I want to create content as an amateur for people who are also younger, who don't know what they're doing, didn't have a financial education as a child, like basically had really poor money mindset, beliefs and practices in their youth and adolescence, and then are like finally making strides and getting better. So yeah, that's the main thing, is that I want to see more people like me, I guess, like relatable in this space. So that's another reason why I'm jumping on here. Okay.